Blast off with another incredible Auction Network event. One-of-a-kind props, set pieces, and costumes from the hit TV series Battlestar Galactica are hitting the auction block in a spectacular two-day live auction conducted by PROPWORX January 17th and 18th in Pasadena, California.
Welcome to the Battlestar Galactica Auction. Take home a piece of Hollywood with you.
For the past 4 seasons, sci-fi fans and TV enthusiasts have been enjoying the series Battlestar Galactica. The show begins its 4th and final season in 2009, and network executives have devised a unique marketing idea to create a huge buzz for the final season. Give fans and collectors the opportunity to purchase items from the show by holding an auction.
People have been waiting for 9 months for this show to come back on the air. They want as much Battlestar as they can get. So it seemed like the right time, to tie it in with the premiere, to tie it in with everybody being, back in Battlestar mode. They're so excited the show is back, and I promise you, they're going to be ever increasingly more excited as the season goes on to see what's coming next. And so to tie the auction into that only benefits us, benefits the fans, everybody wins.
When Galactica started winding down, I happened to be good friends with Richard Hatch, who plays Tom Zarek in Battlestar Galactica and who was the original Apollo in the old series. And I asked Richard, I said, Richard, find out what they're doing, if there's someone in charge there, and what are they doing with everything. I think the vision that I put forth about what I thought the sale of these assets could be, as well as my passion for the source matter, and I think that kind of resonated with Kurt Ford and Becky Casey, and they gave me a shot.
The process was basically go up to Vancouver, walk the sets, look at the props, look at the wardrobe, and then really figure out how do we do this. This was a big undertaking. We brought Alec in and his company PROPWORX to organize all those props, to organize all that wardrobe, break down the CIC, all those incredible sets, and to photograph them and then get it all back to Los Angeles where we could do our auction.
Peters is an avid collector of Star Trek and other sci-fi props and costumes. He started PROPWORX as a way for collectors to get their hands on these unique items while creating publicity for the networks and studios.
There's 3 demographics that you're appealing to here. And one is the hardcore collector, the collector, like myself, of Hollywood screen-used props and costumes. Someone who likes this show wants a piece of it, and if you're a collector, it's just a natural. And you don't really have to market too hard to them because they find out where the stuff is being sold. The second group is what I call a fan collector. They're fans of the show, and all of a sudden now they have a chance to buy a real piece of the show, and that's a huge, huge demographic. And the demographic we're really trying to hit, and that I think is untapped, is just the fan of Battlestar Galactica who watches it every week and has loved it for almost four full years now, and is here watching the last 10 episodes of Battlestar Galactica here in the first half of 2009. And we want to expose them to this. We want to let them know there is the opportunity to do this, that you don't have to be rich to afford a piece of Hollywood memorabilia.
Sci-fi fans and Battlestar Galactica followers in particular have been eagerly awaiting this auction since it was announced in November.
I think the fan reaction has been fantastic. I think fans really are excited about what this means. I think a lot of them are just excited about the opportunity to get a piece of the show. I think a lot are relieved that it's not all going to wind up in a dumpster. Yeah, we get so much traffic on our website and so many questions from people about different items. So I think the fans are really excited about this. And again, I hope we get a lot of fans who have never collected before.
The demand and curiosity around the Battlestar Galactica auction wouldn't be nearly as high if it wasn't already a hit show.
It has great characters and tells a great story. I mean, the simplest elements of drama are story and character. And it doesn't matter if it's set in science fiction or it's set in the Thermopylae Pass or it's set on a house on a hill. Great drama has the same elements.
I wasn't a sci-fi fan, but turning into Battlestar, it's so much more. It's relatable, and it's this drama. It's something that you can't just leave it on in the background and think it's something you can hear. I mean, it really kind of sucks you in, and I think it's just is what kept people tuning in season after season.
Ron Moore and his writing staff have written amazing stories about characters you care about and who grow and fail and and thrive and struggle. And so I think that's one of the reasons it's such a big hit and such a crossover hit, where you don't have to be a sci-fi fan to fall in love with Battlestar Galactica.
You know, we've all been asking ourselves, why do people want to have costumes from a particular show that they love, and what do they do with those costumes? Everyone loves to dress up and take on a different persona. So perhaps a character was able to give some insight to a fan.
Whether it's collecting film and television memorabilia or collecting coins or stamps, I think that the difference is that here we have something that we've taken an interest in and taking it into our hearts and souls, and you love Battlestar Galactica so much you want some memento of it once it goes off the air, and that gives you this reminder. You have that costume, you have that prop, and it gives you a reminder of how much you love that show and what it meant to you while it was on the air.
When we return, we'll meet some members of the Battlestar Galactica crew, plus highlight some of the amazing items hitting the auction block in this unbelievable event.
The #1 item in this auction is the Adama painting of the first Cylon War that hung in Adama's quarters over his sofa. Everyone on the crew wanted that painting. I know a bunch of them lobbied to get it, but we were very fortunate that it wound up in the auction, and some lucky collector is going to walk away with that.
You're watching the Battlestar Galactica Auction Preview Show, only on Auction Network.